Hello and welcome to Magical Maids Jewelry Tutorials. We're going to make a pair of earrings using some sequins. Now these aren't very large sequences, not like the 40 millimeters I've been using. So what I did was I picked up a package. These are multi. Now you can also just get these alone. And these are 5 millimeter, 10 millimeter, and 15 millimeters in there. So it's only 99 cents, okay? But they have the smaller ones. Now, so they have the smaller ones. But if you want this size, which is, I think, a lot bigger than the 15 millimeters, I think it's like 20 millimeters. I don't have the packaging, but they come alone and they're also 99 cents. So you can get a package of these and then a package of these in case you want to mix some iridescent ones in, or if you'd rather have them a little bit smaller, okay, because they come like this but smaller in here. Or if you want to mix some iridescent ones with it. And again, they're all 99 cents, even if you get the big 40 millimeter ones, them in these little containers. This is the white iridescent ones. Can't really see because of the light that they're iridescent, but if you look at my past jewelry tutorials using them, you can. And these are the packages of the 40 millimeter flat round silver. Again, only 99 cents. The only other color in this size, in the big ones, is going to be gold. They don't have any other colors, and that's all I've seen in Hobby Lobby, okay? So we're not going to use these large ones, but I wanted to show you that they're all just 99 cents. And if you wanted to buy them in bulk, they told me, because when I went to the store yesterday and I picked these up, I wanted some of the large silver ones because I wanted to make some more hanging outdoor for the front decorations that I made for the back, and you could see all those. I made one for the inside, which is different than the one from the outside, and I have that in my DIY crafts playlist. So what we're going to do for this project, and like I said, you can use this size of the little silver round ones, or you can get a package alone of this. Now, these will tend to get smudged with your fingers, but just wipe it with a nice soft cloth, okay? And that should take any smudges out because you have to handle them. And some of these sequences are a bit scratched looking, so just pick out the best ones. They're all like that, so you can't really not get them, but when you're wearing them, you don't even notice that because all you see is the shine and shimmer of the sequence. So what you're going to need for this product is the sequences. You're also going to need some jewelry working tools. You're going to need a push pin to make extra holes. You're going to need some jump rings. Now these are 6 millimeter and they're like $3.99 at Hobby Lobby, and you get, let's see, 200. They're silver plated, nickel free. You get 200 pieces. See? 200 of these, and they're 6 millimeters, and they often have sales, so you may not have to pay $3.99. There could be a sale 50% off, 40, 30, 70, you never know. They always have sales. The next thing you're going to need is some earring fish hooks, any kind you want. So what you really need is a push pin. You got to hold it, you know, not a thumbtack because they're flat. You want, this is considered a thumbtack, but not the flat tacks, a push pin tack, because you're going to hold it and make the holes, and you'll see me doing that. So right now, so let's get started. Okay, because these only come with one hole, you're going to have to make new ones. I'm doing a diagram for you to follow, so you can roll back to this and pause to check back to make sure that you're putting everything correctly where the jump rings belong. So please, if you want, check back with this diagram and pause it, and then you can make sure. Now, if you want to hang things on the bottom like that, you can, or you could do what I show you at the end. So because they only come with one hole, you're going to have to make some new holes, and that's where the push pin comes in. So now looking at the picture, you can tell that obviously the one up top, you want to make sure it's straight. Otherwise, everything will be wonky once you connect it. So these are going to be like this. Okay. And you're going to want them slanted. So they're going like this. There's going to be a little space. So you're going to have to make 2 holes here and here. So first of all, get this out of the way. I'm going to get some light on the subject. And what we're going to do is we're going to go from the top hole and go straight to the sides. You want to hold this up straight, not slanted. And then you're going to do that same on the other side. Okay. So now you're going to go in the back and you're going to put the tack all the way through. This is so that you can get the jump ring. And then you're going to go to the front and do the same thing just to make the hole bigger. Don't go too close to the edge, because what's going to happen then is it may split. You want to make sure they're as even as possible. Okay, so before we make holes in any of the other things, we're going to attach those first. Then we can go ahead and make a hole here and here, but we want to attach these. I'm going to go ahead and get my jewelry working tools. I would hang the earring fish hooks last because you really don't need to hook them up yet. You might hear meowing. Those are my cats. They think it's lunchtime, but they only just had breakfast not too long ago. So I'm going to take these 2. And you want to lay them out so you know you have everything there. And speaking of cats, I got a cat. Some cat fur. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this through to the back. And now I'm going to close the jump ring. And you want to make sure it's shut. Okay. Okay, and I always say that, especially when you're working with sequences, because it only takes a fine opening to make those come off. Okay, so now we're going to hang the other one on that side. Okay, now we got to poke holes in the second row so that we can make the third row. So you've gotten those attached. Now we have to attach both of these in the center. And then we're going to take our push pins. We're going to make a hole and then go directly across. Make another hole. And then we're going to enlarge it like I told you. Go from the front, push the pin, go to the back, push the pin, and do the same for the other hole. Front, back, and if it isn't wide enough, use the round nose pliers trick. Okay, so now what we got to do, so I'm going to make it just a little bit wider so I don't have any problems with the jump ring, but not all the way down. You see, I'm only doing the tip because otherwise it gets too wide and then it looks kind of too big for my liking anyway. Okay, so now I made the hole in between, and now I'm going to get the jump ring and put it through the one. Just making sure. Okay, so you should have something like that. Now we have to do the row of angle like that. So you want to place them before you do it, okay? Then you're going to want to take another one and go like that, because there's going to be the same process you did here but on an angle. And then we're going to do the same thing like that. So let's do the center one first. It'll be easier, okay? Because you want to do this correctly. You want to make your holes correctly. And then from there. All right. So take the center one, put the top hole, the only hole that it comes with, right over here. Then we're going to go here. You're going to want to make sure you're lining it up. Just make the hole, we'll make it bigger afterwards. Okay? So that's going to connect right there. Then you're going to have to make a hole on the other side, because that's going to have to connect also. But there is no hole there, so you're going to have to make one as well. But before we do that, let's make these two bigger, and then we'll connect one side before we make that other hole. So let's make this hole bigger by putting the tack through the both sides. And again, don't go too close to the edge. I showed you what happens, especially if you want to enlarge it with your round nose. And you're going to go gently with your round nose, and you're not going to put it all the way. You're going to do that on both sides. To get a magnifying light, it helps. Even if you have good eyesight, it helps. Okay, so I'm going to put this through, and I'm going to close the jump ring. So now there's already a top hole, so you're going to make the hole there. But now, and it can get tricky, you can mess up. You want to get another one. And remember, this one's got to be attached to this. Okay? So don't lose track of things. Okay. So we're going to attach this one here. So get your push pin, and just remember that on the second rung, on the second sequence part, you're gonna make a hole. Get your next one. It's gonna get tricky because now you have to hook this to there. And then you're gonna hook this one up over there. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and attach those two. So I made the hole. I'm going to make it bigger. Something you have to do, unfortunately, throughout the whole thing. Unless you have a mini hole puncher that tiny, and chances are there's no such thing. So let's go like that. Not too much. I don't want to rip it and have to redo that. And now I'm going to get my jump ring and attach it. And then we're going to do the center just like that. Last one will go like this. So we're just gonna, it's pretty easy. Gonna make one hole here. Okay, so look, we've completed the project. Now these are going to be quite large, so you might want to just leave it like this, or you might want to use the smaller ones that look like this. So just letting you know, they're going to be large. Okay, and that's how it is. All right, so I've tried them on. Now you can use beads I was going to hook this, but I think I like this just as it is. But again, that's your option. You can hook anything you want, even something smaller than that, because these are going to be quite large, like I said, and I just tried it on to see how they sit. So they're going to sit pretty long. What I decided on doing, instead of attaching 3 things hanging, I'm just going to do on each one of these little diamond silver pieces. And I don't know if you're seeing it correctly. So there. It looks like that in the front, and the back it's silver. See? Let me move this. See? And in the front, it's like that. It has a little tab. And you can find these anywhere, and you just hook it with a little jump ring. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so here it is. Here are the finished pieces. I'll still get the smudges from my fingers off of there, but that's what they look like. Let me shut this light off so you can get a better look without the glare. And like I said, you can use the smaller ones of these, or you can use the iridescent ones. And the package is only 99 cents. That's it. And here's with the light, and it'll look really nice on. You should have something that looks like this. Again, optional to hang anything off the bottom of it, but you can use this as your diagram. And again, if you want to use the iridescent ones, you can do that, or just the smaller silver ones. And make sure you're subscribed and that you click the notification bell, because in a future video I'm going to be uploading soon, you'll see me wearing these earrings. And if you're not subscribed and don't click the notification bell, you won't get the notification and know when I do that. So you'll want to see what they look like on my next video. And please remember to like if you enjoyed this craft. And if you know anybody that might be interested in doing this craft, please share this with someone. And also comment if you have any questions, or if you just want to say hello. And let me know if you're going to make these, or if you made them and how they turned out and how you like them. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my videos. Bye.